Now, after this, no.
Answer ఉందా?
వస్తుంది. హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే 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 రామ రామ రామ.
Answering. Hare Krishna.
వస్తుంది హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ నాన్న హరే కృష్ణ నాన్న
హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ. ఉందా కాలేజ్? కాలేజ్ ఉందా?
ఉందండి కాలేజ్ ఉంది షీ రెడీ టు చాంట్
హాలిడేస్ ఇయర్ అంటారా ఇంకా? అది అంతేనా ఇక?
ఇప్పుడే కాదు 13th తర్వాత ఇస్తారంట అది ఎలక్షన్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదా
ఆ,
ఆ ఎలక్షన్స్ ముందర ఇస్తారు
చెప్పిరంటనా?
ఉమ్.
చెప్పిరంటనా?
చెప్పిండు నేను ఇందులో లీవ్ అవుతున్నా
ఆ.
హరే కృష్ణ నాన్న ధన్యవాద ప్రణామం
హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ. ఉందా ఆన్సర్? ఉందా ఏం చేస్తుంది?
అది మొహం కట్టుకోవడానికి but she is not feeling well now so she needs to take some rest
ఫీలింగ్ వెల్ అంటే అది నిన్న మొన్న మాట్లాడినప్పుడు ఏం చెప్పింది కదా, ఇంకా 95% అయిపోయింది, తెల్లారు లేస్తే అయిపోతుంది, సెట్ అవుతుంది ఏదో చెప్పింది కదా.
అంటే అనీజీ ఉంది అది ఇప్పుడే లేవద్దు అది ఇట్స్ ఓకే లెట్ హర్ టేక్ సమ్ రెస్ట్ అది చాలా వీక్ ఉంది తింటలేదు కదా
అన్ని నువ్వే చెప్తావు, అన్ని నేను నువ్వే అంటావు. నేను ఏమైనా అంటారా? తింటలేదు కదా పండుకొని అని నేను అంటారా? నేను చెప్తున్నా, నేను అదే అన్నది కదా, 90%
అదే
అయిపోయింది,
అదే కాకపోతే
90% అయిపోయింది, 95% అయిపోయింది అంటే మంచిగా ఉండదేమో అనుకున్నా, నాకేం తెలుసు.
లేదు లేదు అది అది ఊరికే చెప్పింది అది చాలా వీక్ ఉంది
పోలేదు ఇంకా మస్తు కోపం అయిపోయి పండుకోదా అయితే?
పడుకుంది వీడియో ఆన్ చేయొచ్చు కదా వీడియో ఆన్ చేయి ఇంకే వీడియో ఆన్ చేసుకోవచ్చు
బొట్టు పెట్టుకుంటలేవా? స్కూల్ పోయేటప్పుడు ఏం పెట్టుకోవా?
పెట్టుకున్నా
తిలకేం అవసరం లేదు, నార్మల్ బొట్టేనా? ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు చెయ్యి చాంటింగ్. నేను 2 minutes లో ఇట్లా రెస్ట్ రూమ్కి వెళ్ళొచ్చు, రెస్ట్ రూమ్.
ఓకే ఓకే हरे कृष्ण 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, యాప్ చేసి ఇప్పుడు ఎట్లా నా టైం అవుతుంది ప్యాక్ చేయి ప్యాక్ చేయి రామ రామ
గోవింద గోపాల. జయ శ్రీ కృష్ణ చైతన్య ప్రభు నిత్యానంద శ్రీ అద్వైత శివాసాది భగవంతుంది అరే శ్రీ శ్రీ రాధా గోవిందది. ఓకే, ఇంకోటి ఎల్లో ఎల్లో ఫ్లవర్ తీసుకో. ఇంకోటి ఇంకో ఎల్లోది తీసుకోవాలా? తీసుకోమని ఇప్పుడు తీసుకోవాలంతే. 3 6 అది అది
లోటస్ అది
రోజ్ ఫ్లవర్ అందుకే అయిపోయింది కదా, దాని టైం అయిపోయింది. టైం అయిపోయింది. ఓకే, చలో. జయ శ్రీకృష్ణ అద్వైత గదాధర శివాసాది గౌర భక్తవృంద. హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే రామ హరే రామ హరే రామ హరే రామ 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 హరే 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 కృష్ణ 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 హరే 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 రామ 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 హరే కృష్ణ 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 Hare Ram. Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే రామ రామ హరే హరే. ఎప్పుడైనా మంచిగా కూర్చున్నప్పుడు నీ బీట్ బ్యాగ్ కూడా కనిపించేటట్టు కూర్చోరా. హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే రామ 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 హరే 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 రామ రామ హరే 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 రామ కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే రామ రామ
నాన్న
రామ.
రౌండ్ అయిపోయిందా?
ఏంటి పరిస్థితి? ఇంకో రౌండ్ చేసుకొని పోతే పోవచ్చు కదా. 8 o'clock పోతావా?
తినాలి అంట.
మరి నీ ఇష్టం. హరే కృష్ణ 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 కృష్ణ.
హరే కృష్ణ.
అరే నెక్ బీడ్ ఏదిరా? నెక్ బీడ్ లేదు.
ఉంది ఉంది ఎందుకు?
ఓకే ఓకే. హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే రామ రామ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే రామ హరే రామ. మ్యూట్ పెట్టుకోండి. అది మ్యూట్ పెట్టుకోవాలి. చాటింగ్ ఏమిటి? లెట్ హర్ హెల్ప్ హర్ సెల్ఫ్ నా వాట్ ఎవర్ షీ వాంటెడ్ టు టేక్ లెట్ హర్ హర్ సెల్ఫ్
చేస్తుంది.
హెల్ప్ హర్ సెల్ఫ్ వాట్ ఎవర్ షీ వాంటెడ్ టు. మనమే పెట్టేయాలి, మనమే తీసుకొచ్చి పెట్టాలంటే అది ఏం చేయలేకపోతున్నారు. ఓకే. హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే రామ హరే రామ హరే రామ 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 హరే 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 రామ కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే రామ రామ హరే రామ హరే రామ 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 హరే 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 కృష్ణ 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 హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే రామ హరే రామ 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 హరే 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 కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే 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 రామ హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే రామ హరే రామ 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 హరే 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 కృష్ణ 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 హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే రామ హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే రామ హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే 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 కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే రామ హరే రామ 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 హరే 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 కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే రామ హరే రామ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే రామ హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Chapatis and
Hare
sushi.
Krishna,
And some sweets. Friday, dinner's activity.
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
One of the that observing sometimes asking questions that sometimes
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna, Savan Prabhu, Dalit Mohan Prabhu, Raju Prabhu, Lavanya Danda Pranam, all glory to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Let me put the message in the group, then we'll start.
Hare Krishna Bhagavan.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. One second. Yeah, we'll start. Thank you for waiting. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanaatimirandasya Jnananjana-Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamini Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं परमानन्दं माधवं श्रीचैतन्यम् ईश्वरम् ॐ अपवित्रो वा सर्वावसङ्गतोऽपि वा यस्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षं स बाह्याभ्यन्तरं शुचिः श्रीविष्णु Before reading Prabhupada Lilamrita, just let us spend 5 to 10 minutes, on the disappearance of, His Holiness Gopala Krishna Goswami Maharaj. I'm sharing 1 minute. I had association with Guru Maharaj in Baltimore Temple here in 2018. This was in 2018, 6 years back. 6 years back, he came as a part of his tour, USA tour. The temple president, Neil Madhav Prabhu, is a very dear friend of us. We had been there. We spent some time, close to 1.5 year in Baltimore, ISKCON Baltimore, Maryland. So this was in 2018. Maharaj came there, and along with other devotees, we traveled from University Village, that is College Park actually, College Park, Maryland, that city, to Baltimore, just 1 hour, 1.5 hour journey. Along with other devotees, we went. We took darshan of Maharaj. So he has given everybody, of course, whoever meets, he is giving that cookies, specially made devotees, through the hands of Guru Maharaj, that Maharaj. So that time also he was little, since last few years he was not that much, health wise having some issues. So I got an opportunity to meet and took blessings from Guru Maharaj. That Gopala Krishna Goswami in Baltimore Temple. It was in first floor, new temple constructed just 2 years back. That means 2016 that time. So most of the time, whenever he comes to US, he definitely go to Baltimore and give the blessings to all of his disciples and all the devotees there. Very nice. Just I didn't have much talk. Just took darshan and pay obeisances and took the cookie prasadam from the hands of Gopal Krishna Maharaj. So let us read few things quickly. I won't spend much time. Just few things. I'm just sharing some sites directly from this. There is one site, ISKCON Ghaziabad, I think. Nicely made some good info about Maharaj, what he has done so far. I mean, till now, how he served Srila Prabhupada in different capacities. So let us quickly read, okay? And remembering, and let us do 3 times Hare Krishna mantra after reading. Then we'll start our Prabhupada Lilamrita. Okay? And one more thing, one more instance I want to share. Like, this was in 2008, 2010. 2010, there was one devotee called Chakravarti Prabhu. Chakravarti Prabhu is a voice center coordinator, that time. This was in 2010. This was in 2010 in Kukatpalli Housing Board. I used to stay wherever I go. That's one of the thing after coming to Krishna consciousness. Wherever I
I
go,
was also there with Chakravarti Prabhu. Haribol.
yeah, wonderful.
2010, 11, 9, 10, sorry.
9, 10, okay. That
Kukatpally. Yeah, Jaipur
Kukatpalli.
Temple President, no.
Yeah, yeah. Don't know. I'm not sure. I didn't connect long time.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
with
he's Jaipur Temple President right now, Prabhu.
okay, and wonderful
A
YouTube
very
channel.
firebrand devotee of, disciple of Jaipur, Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj.
Yeah, super.
Who is that
I'll
Prabhuji? I missed it. Who is that? Your Prabhuji?
చక్రవర్తి ప్రభు అని ఒక ప్రభు ఉంటారు ప్రభు ఆయన మహారాజ్ డిసైపుల్ గోపాలకృష్ణ మహారాజ్ డిసైపుల్ అది యూట్యూబ్ ఛానల్ కూడా చాలా పాపులర్. అది ఎస్పెషల్లీ ద ప్రభుపాదాస్ 2 hours of japa. So wonderful devotee. So what I want to share with him, very good time with him actually. Very strict also, yoga center, I mean vice center basically. Uh, he was working as a HR manager for some time, and then later he got instruction from his Guru Maharaj. That's Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. Okay, why don't you completely surrender and preach full time? So he got instruction, and after that, that's it. And he was there for some time. Now also he's there in Mira Road, Prabhu. Mira Road, Juhu Temple, not Juhu Temple, not Mira Road, Juhu Temple. He was there in the Juhu Temple also. So that Prabhuji was very strict in sadhana. That's why, Radhesham Prabhu find nice devotees, who is gonna manage what. Very nice. It's good time for my 6 to 8 months, close to 6 to 8 months with the devotees.
Yeah, Prabhu, you see the lectures from ISKCON Jaipur, you will get all his lectures only. Chakravarti Prabhu.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's very good friend of my brother also.
Yes, very nice.
In the Kukatpalli base. The voice. Rishikesh voice then it was. This is 2009-10 time, Prabhu.
Correct. Yes, Prabhu. That Malaysian township, that area. You were also,
Yeah.
You were also there, Prabhu.
Yeah, I was at my final year of my education, Prabhu. So my brother used to call me, but I used to fear about this personality, Chakravarti Prabhu. He's very fired up, na? So he used to coerce me to join ISKCON. I was very reluctant at that time. But later on, he has seen me as his brother, younger brother, and then he accommodated me for some time, 2 to 3 weeks, Prabhu.
Okay.
During my college, actually, after exams, we have 2 to 3 weeks of time. So I stayed there. Chakravarti Prabhu, and one Grihastha, one Nityananda Sabha's personality is there. This Chakravarti Prabhu and that Prabhu. He's a Marathi, the second person. Do you remember him, Prabhu? There are two personalities who are very strict during that time.
Yes, Prabhu.
I forgot his name, Prabhu. He's Marathi, but both are from ISKCON Pune only.
Yeah, correct. Yes, Prabhu.
One is Brahmachari, other one is Grihastha. They are Nityananda Sabha and Gauranga Sabha. That's how they are. But both are very strict.
Yeah.
The moment you took the Chakravarti Prabhu, I was with him, Prabhu. He's a very strict person.
Something came. 1 second, Prabhu. Yes. So that's what it is, Prabhu. I mean, so nice devotees. Krishna shown to me to associate with, and a very wonderful devotee actually. On strict sadhana, nicely managing center, on time. And he was working as a HR manager or something, and he quit the job and joined the army of Gopal Krishna Maharaj. Nicely preacher. So now we'll continue with some readings. Let us see. Anyway, yesterday you all spent in center, Bhakti center. But as it is part of reading call, let us spend some time and go back to our Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita. His Holiness Gopala Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Today they are gonna do Samadhi ceremony in Vrindavan. That is at ISKCON Goshala is there. There they wanted to do Samadhi. What is that? They pray. They do that last rites of Guru Maharaj. So I will read. Actually, the scholarly devotee surrendered to Srila Prabhupada. He got connected from Canada actually. He heard first time about Srila Prabhupada in Canada. He was double master and he was very well educated. I will read this part and then I over to you. Let us quickly read and we'll go back to our readings. Okay. His Holiness Gopala Krishna Goswami Maharaja is a dedicated disciple of Srila Prabhupada. But yesterday, we all heard the unfortunate news. He was serving as a GBC representative of the ISKCON Ghaziabad temple that time. And even not only ISKCON Ghaziabad, ISKCON NVCC. is a part of GBC. Many temples in Mumbai and most of the temples in Delhi. Okay. Her parents born on the auspicious day of Annada Ekadashi, August 14, 1944 in New Delhi. Maharaja original name Gopalakrishna was retained by Srila Prabhupada after his Harinama initiation. Retain the name Gopalakrishna. Nice name your parents have given. I am also giving the same name. Srila Prabhupada given. Okay. So Maharaja spent his early years in India, graduating from the University of Delhi. He then pursued further studies abroad, securing a scholarship from the French government to study business management at Sorbonne University in Paris. Later, he earned a master's degree in business administration from McGill University in Montreal. That's Canada. Some message. Okay. Okay. Yes. So Maharaj was always a keen student of spirituality. In his youth, he explored various paths, visited churches and gurudwaras, and listened to many spiritual discourses in India as well as in the West. Being a sincere student of spirituality, Maharaj quickly grasped the unique Guru-Shishya relationship when he met Srila Prabhupada for the first time. That was in Montreal. That was in Canada. Meeting with Srila Prabhupada. Some spell mistake, so just leave it. Let us continue reading. Anybody likes to read? You yourself unmute and read.
I'll read, Prabhuji.
Go ahead, read.
Yeah, read, Rashmi Mataji, read.
Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. When he met His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON, at an ISKCON temple in Montreal, in a humble yet significant beginning. He cleaned Srila Prabhupada's apartment as his first service. He soon accepted Srila Prabhupada as his spiritual master, becoming a surrendered soul at the lotus feet of a pure devotee. The relationship between him and Srila Prabhupada deepened over time as Srila Prabhupada guided him through letters to grow on his spiritual journey.
Complete.
In 1975, Srila Prabhupada appointed Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj as the General Body Commissioner (GBC) of India and entrusted him with critical project to expand book distribution in the country. Srila Prabhupada encouraged Maharaj to utilize his marketing knowledge in the service of Lord Krishna with unwavering determination and firm faith in Guru Maharaja's words. Maharaj made India a leading hub for book distribution. Gopal Krishna Swami Maharaj was also entrusted with the pivotal task of preaching in the communist Soviet Union, where he risked his safety to spread the message of Krishna and distribute books in difficult times.
Chala glories, and there are many glories of Guru Maharaj, this Maharaj. We'll continue. Okay. Contribution towards various temple construction. Anybody, please quickly start reading.
Yeah, I'll read, Prabhuji. Yeah,
Read.
in 1981, Gopalakrishna Goswami took sannyasa order, and year later, he became a Diksha Guru, accepting disciples worldwide. With over 50 years of relentless efforts to promote the culture of Krishna consciousness in cities, towns, and villages, Gopalakrishna Goswami Maharaj serves the GBC for various regions, including Mumbai, Northern India, Mayapur, Kenya, Canada, and parts of the United States. He also chairs the Bhaktivedanta Book Trust, the world's largest publisher and distribution of Vedic literature. Temples and spiritual sanctuaries that nature of souls, making us better individuals. Gopalakrishna Goswami Maharaj is deeply committed to temple construction, and under his guidance, numerous grand temples have been completed in India and in West. Following the list of temples which has been serving and dedicated to preaching the society and expanded in Delhi NCR under the guidance of His Holiness Gopalakrishna Goswami Maharaj Ji. ISKCON east of Delhi, ISKCON Ghaziabad, ISKCON Wave City, ISKCON Punjabi Bagh, ISKCON Faridabad, ISKCON Rohini, ISKCON Dwaraka, ISKCON Gurgaon, ISKCON Gurgaon Balshapur, ISKCON Gurgaon Sector 45, ISKCON Noida, ISKCON Saibabad, ISKCON Maipalpur, ISKCON Panchashil, ISKCON Bahadurga, ISKCON Chatarpur, ISKCON Chippiwara, ISKCON JKP. Indeed. In ISKCON.
Complete.
Okay.
In ISKCON Ghaziabad, around total number of congregation devotees has reached the mark of 5,000 plus, 2,000 plus youth devotees, 10 preaching centers, and 5 base centers. 5 base centers. Annually, there are 12 Ratha Yatras, more than 25 festivals are conducted, and 30 lakhs meals has been distributed by the ISKCON temple, Ghaziabad.
Yeah, he's a very big leader actually. These are the temples just around New Delhi, Noida, in that area. Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay. So Lavanya put some messages. Let me see. 44 countries GBC. Yeah. Okay. 16 massive temples in Delhi. So this is what it is. Just now we read, no? Okay. Okay. Okay, Mana Radhika Mata, you got on hearing mode. That's okay. Thank you for joining. So now every time we see, right, with Modi, his marketing skills, Srila Prabhupada wanted him to use your marketing skills to spread Krishna consciousness. Very good connections and nicely dealing with the big political leaders. And, that big Bhagavad Gita established by that, in the parliament somewhere by Guru Maharaj efforts.
ISKCON temple only. ISKCON
ISKCON, but somewhere released by I think Prime
Modi.
Minister.
Yeah, Prime Minister.
Okay. So many glories actually. He's a very big leader, and we have lost one great soul, but his legacy is there. His disciples are there. They will definitely continue. Yes, it will continue with reading. Role in book distribution. This is majority, and this is a BBT trustee. He is a BBT trustee, Bhaktivedanta Book Trust trustee. That means one of the founding. Of course, Srila Prabhupada started. Srila Prabhupada founded. So there are some trustees Prabhupada appointed, and he is one of them to take care of the book distribution and printing, etc. in different countries. And he has given a special role and a special duty. Srila Prabhupada given special duty to spread, and print and distribute books. That's why Hare Krishna land Juhu. Juhu is the main center in India to print all the Bhaktivedanta Book Trust books. From there only, it distributes to all the different parts of the India. So he's one of the trustee, big position. As a servant leader, as a service to Srila Prabhupada. We'll continue. Who else want to read, please?
I'll read, Prabhuji.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Role in book distribution. Inspired by Srila Prabhupada's vision, Gopal Krishna Goswami has played a significant role in introducing youth preaching, house programs, book translation, book publishing, and extensive distribution of Srila Prabhupada's books. His leadership has taken book distribution to new heights in ISKCON. Gopal Krishna Goswami's service and compassion have inspired thousands to explore spirituality. His unwavering dedication, clarity of purpose, and profound wisdom make him a revered spiritual leader, wholly committed to spreading the message of Lord Krishna and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu globally. Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, through his steadfast commitment to Krishna's mission, radiates as a guiding light of selfless service, inspiring and enlightening countless souls on their spiritual quests.
Hari Bol. Yes, thank you. Yes, Hare Krishna. That is one of the great service to Srila Prabhupada. But he did book distribution, youth preaching, college preaching, opening different base centers. So one video I wanted to show devotees, and then just 3.5 minutes video, then we can continue our Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita. Okay. So let me share. I think you are all seen, but let us see here also one more time. Remembering His Holiness Gopala Krishna Goswami Maharaj. So let me find out here. I'm just sharing 1 second. Three minutes, 3.5 minutes on the sound clear on the చెప్పండి please, devotees. Okay, I'm just starting now. వస్తుందా
Prabhuji,
అసలు?
sound లేదు. లేదు Prabhuji, sound లేదు.
Okay, let me check this. Share sound. Okay,
Share sound.
yeah, share sound. Now you are able to see screen. Stop share, something happened.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Your screen sharing, now screen sharing done, right? Okay, right? You're able to see now.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Let me start now. Okay. Sound also coming.
వస్తుంది Prabhuji.
Very well. Just 3.5 minutes. Then ఒకసారి మెడిటేట్ చేసుకుందాం. తర్వాత 3 times హరే కృష్ణ మహామంత్ర ఫర్ గోపాలకృష్ణ గోస్వామి మహారాజ్. Then we'll continue.
I casually asked one of my friends, is there any Hindu temple in Montreal? So I went to the Montreal temple and I took part in the Sunday program. And in May 68, I received a letter. Our Swamiji is coming to Montreal on June 4, 68. Please come and meet him. The first assignment the temple president gave me was to clean Prabhupada's apartment. So I had the privilege of meeting Prabhupada on June 1st, 1968. I had almost no exposure to sadhus in India. I could see that Prabhupada was a genuine saint. Before I came, there was almost no book production in India. The Prabhupada told me to start the book production. I had arranged a very big book display of Prabhupada's books in a very big book house. But after 1 month, not many books were sold. So I went to Prabhupada to give him a report. And Prabhupada said, my books are sold because of the enthusiasm of my disciples. And in a store, nobody is enthusiastic. That's why. So we have seen that when devotees are enthusiastic, they achieve outstanding results. ईश्वरीय शिक्षा शास्त्र
नलदीढलोक प्राणाय Rangapajo Vande Gurasri Karanaravinda
Romanchakamba Sutarangabhajo Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam
Dhanadana Pacha Vande Gurasri Karanaravinda.
Hari Bol. One message. Let me see what is this message. Okay. So Radhika Mataji, Rashmi Mataji, they are in hearing mode. It's okay. So and now I'm remembering one occasion in Vrindavan also. Actually, whenever Gopala Krishna Maharaj is there in Vrindavan, we will see in the altar. He is performing Mangalarati actually every time. I have seen. I mean, that is another physical, even though little far, but I have seen him personally. This was in Vrindavan. This is 2019, I think. Yeah, Vrindavan Yatra. Just remembering. So let us pray for this pure soul and his giant Srila Prabhupada in the spiritual world. Definitely, he's serving eternally there. And Srila Prabhupada himself said ISKCON is there in spiritual world also. Right? So let us chant for this Maharaj. Okay? 3 times Hare Krishna Mahamantra with nice meditation with Krishna definitely take care, he's a visible whatever efforts he made into the last 60 years. 1968 he got first initiation. Remember that. 1968 first initiation. So let us prayer mood with Maharaj. Nityalila Pravishta antam kada, that is another thing. Nityalila Pravishta is eternally taking part in the pastimes of Srila Prabhupada in the spiritual world. Okay? Let us chant. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
His Holiness Gopala Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So we'll start, okay? Now, Lavanya, నువ్వు రెడీ అయినా? ఓపెన్ చేసి పెట్టినావా?
చేస్తాను.
లేదంటే చదవన్నా? ఆర్ యు రెడీ?
నేను చేశాను, కాకపోతే మీరు ఫస్ట్ చదువుతారు కదా ఫస్ట్.
నేను చదువుతాను అన్నట్టు అయితే.
గివ్ మీ ద యాక్సెస్ సో దట్ చదివి.
యా, నువ్వు రెడీ ఉండు ల్యాప్టాప్లో, ఓకేనా?
పెట్టేసుకున్నాను.
Yes, yes. Devotees, actually I'm in time zone different. Let me read for some time. Okay, 5-6 paragraphs. Not 5-6, 3 paragraphs I will leave. Okay, Mali tomorrow morning Mangalarati they have to attend and some services also there. Please forgive me and I'll continue reading. From here, na? From here, he
Yes,
talked.
yes.
He talked
Yes.
of his childhood.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, yes. I'm able to see as well as I'm making a host also. Let me read 2-3 paragraphs and log off. 1 second. Host చేస్తా అయిపోతుంది. Yeah, I made you host also. Srila Prabhupada, we are reading from Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita, chapter 19, Planting the Seed. That is the title, Planting the Seed. He talked of his childhood at the turn of the century, when street lamps were gaslit and carriages and horse-drawn trams were the only vehicles on Kolkata's dusty streets. These talks charmed the boys even more than the transcendental philosophy of Bhagavad Gita and drew them affectionately to him. He told about his father, Gaur Mohan De, a pure Vaishnava. His father had been a cloth merchant and his family had been intimately related with the aristocratic Mulliks of Calcutta. The Mulliks had a deity of Krishna, and Prabhupada's father had given him a deity to worship as a child. He used to imitate the worship of the Govinda deity in Mullik's temple. As a baby, as a boy, as a boy, he had held his own Rathayatra festivals each year, imitating in miniature the gigantic festival at Jagannathpuri. And his father's friends used to joke, "Oh, the Rathayatra ceremony is going on at your home, and you do not invite us. What is this?" His father would reply, "This is a child's play, that's all." But the neighbors said, "Oh, child's play? You are avoiding us by saying it's for children?" Prabhupada fondly remembered his father, who had never wanted him to be a worldly man, who had given him lessons in Mridanga, and who had prayed to visiting sadhus that one day the boy would grow up to be a devotee of Radharani. One night he told how he had met his spiritual master. He told how he had begun his own chemical business but had left home and in 1959 had taken sannyasa. The boys were interested but so ignorant of the things Prabhupada was talking about that at the mention of a word like mridanga or sannyasa, they would have to ask what it meant, and he would go on conversational tangents describing Indian spices, Indian drums, even Indian women. And whatever he spoke about, he would eventually shine upon it the light of the Shastra. He did not ration out such talk, but gave it out abundantly by the hour, day after day, as long as there was a real live inquirer. ఇది ఒకటి చదువుతా లాస్ట్ పారాగ్రాఫ్ అండ్ యూ కెన్ కంటిన్యూ. At noon, the front room became a dining hall, and in the evenings, a place of intimate worship. Prabhupada had kept the room, with its 12-foot square hardwood parquet floor, clean and bare. The solitary coffee table against the wall between the two courtyard windows was the only furniture. Daily at noon, a dozen men were now taking lunch here with him. The meal was cooked by Keith, who spent the whole morning in the kitchen, preparing dal, sabji, rice, chapati. అమెరికన్స్ టీచ్ చేశాడు జగద్గురు శిల ప్రభుపాద్కి జై. 4 ఐటమ్స్ మస్ట్ ఉంటాయి. ఏ టెంపుల్ ఇస్కాన్ టెంపుల్కి వెళ్ళినా రాజ్భోగాల డెఫినెట్లీ ఆఫర్ చేస్తాము. యాజ్ అ ప్రసాద్ వీ టేక్ యాజ్ రైస్, దాల్, చపాతి అండ్ 1 సబ్జీ. రైస్ కైర్ అని ఉంటుంది, హల్వా అని ఉంటుంది, గులాబ్ జామున్ అని ఉంటుంది. Those are standards. Okay. Thank you so much, devotees. You continue, Lavanya. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
I'll follow the recording maybe tomorrow morning. Okay. My morning. I'm dropping off. Thank you so much. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhu bhayavacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo. One more thing. After this call done, please, how we celebrate a Vaishnava's departure also in our ISKCON. There are so many links and YouTube live videos also there. Samadhi Mandir they prepared today in the afternoon. ISKCON Goshala in Vrindavan. If you get a time, please watch for some time and prayerful to this Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Dandavad.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji. Mataji.
Mataji, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah, చదువుతారా మీరు?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, చదవండి.
At first, Keith had cooked only for the Swami. He had mastered the art of cooking dal, rice, and sabzi in the Swami's 3-tiered boiler, and usually there had been enough for 1 or 2 guests as well. But soon more guests had begun to gather, and Prabhupada had told Keith to increase the quantity, abandoning the small 3-tiered cooker until he was cooking for a dozen hungry men. The boulders raffle.
Sorry, I missed this one.
Mataji,
You're reading from book, Mataji?
Phone Mataji.
Phone, okay.
Phone అందులో గుద్ది కళ్ళు. ఎక్కడో పోయినట్టుంది మాతాజీ నేను చదువుతుంది.
Just a second.
మాతాజీ దిస్ ఇస్ స్టార్టింగ్ మాతాజీ. మీరు కిందకు వచ్చేసినారు, స్టార్టింగ్కి వెళ్ళాలి. కొంచెం పైకి మాతాజీ.
Yeah,
Mataji,
okay.
చదవండి Mataji. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, okay. The borders, raffle,
At first,
dawn.
అక్కడి నుంచి చదవండి. At first నుంచి
మళ్ళీ
చదవండి.
అది చదివానా? మళ్ళీ చదవానా?
At first.
Okay. At first, Keith had cooked only for the Swami. He had mastered the art of cooking dal, rice, and sabji, and the Swami in the Swami's three-tired boiler. And usually, there had been enough for 1 or 2 guests as well. But soon more guests had begun to gather, and Prabhupada had told Keith to increase the quantity, abandoning the small three-tired cooker until he was cooking for a dozen hungry men. The boarders, Raffle, and Don, though not so interested in the Swami's talk, would arrive punctually each day for prasadam, usually with a friend or two who had wandered into the storefront. Steve would drop by from his job at the welfare office. The Mott Street group would come, and there were others. The kitchen was stocked with standard Indian spices, fresh chilies, fresh ginger root, whole cumin seeds, turmeric, and asafoetida. Keith mastered the basic cooking techniques and passed them on to Chuck, who became his assistant. Some of the other boys would stand at the doorway of the narrow kitchenette to watch Keith, and one thick pancake-like chapati after another blew up like an inflated football over the open flame and then took its place in the steaming stack. While the fine basmati rice boiled to the most fluffy white finish and the sabji simmered, the non-cooking would climax with the chawns. Keith prepared the... This is chaach. What is it? Chaach ante enti? Chaach ఉంటుందేమో అనుకుంటున్నాను.
పోపు మాతాజీ. పోపు
చాక్ అయితే చాక్. How do you pronounce, Prabhuji?
మనం మామూలుగా గ్యాంజెస్ పంట చాక్ అంటారు, వాళ్ళు చాన్స్ అని కూడా అంటారు పంజాబీలో.
ఓకే.
అంటే తాలింపా ప్రభుజీ?
తాలింపు మాతాజీ, తాలింపు. పోపు అంటాం మేము మా వైపు.
ఓకే ఓకే.
యా, టెంపరింగ్ అంటారు మాత, ఇంగ్లీష్ లో టెంపరింగ్ అంటారు. ఓకే, చాక్. Keith prepared the chants exactly as Swamiji had shown him. Over the flame, he set a small metal cup half filled with clarified butter and then put in cumin seeds. When the seeds turned almost black, he added chilies, and as the chilies blackened, a choking smoke began to pour from the cup. Now the chants was ready. With his cook's tongs, Keith lifted the cup, its boiling, crackling mixture fuming with a saucer's kettle, and brought it to the edge of the pot of boiling dal. He opened the tight cover slightly, dumped the boiling chants into the dal, and with a flick of the wrist, and immediately replaced the lid. Phew! The meeting of the chants and the dal created an explosion, which was then greeted by cheers from the doorway, signifying that the cooking was now complete. The final operation was so volatile that it once blew the top of the pot to the ceiling with a loud smash, causing minor burns to Keith's hand. Some of the neighbors complained of acid penetrating fumes, but the devotees loved it.
Nice explanation by Americans.
Actually, nice.
It's like Prabhupada was cooking next to us. Very nice. Yeah. Madhavi Mataji, Hare Krishna. Yeah, we'll give it to others, Mataji. Okay.
Yes, Mataji, yes, please.
Yeah. Deepa Mataji. Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Just a second. Just a second. Yes. Yes, Mataji.
When lunch was ready, Swamiji would wash his hands and mouth in the bathroom and come out into the front room. His soft pink-bottomed feet always bare, his saffron dhoti reaching down to his ankles. He would stand by the coffee table, which held the picture of Lord Chaitanya and his associates, while his own associates stood around him against the walls. Keith would bring in a big tray of chapatis, stacked by the dozens, and place it on the floor before the altar table, along with pots of rice, dal, and sabji. Swamiji could then recite the Bengali prayer for offering food to the Lord, and all present would follow him by bowing down knees and head to the floor and approximating the Bengali prayer, one word at a time. While the steel and mixed aromas drifted up like an offering of incense before the pictures of Lord Chaitanya, the Swami's followers bowed their heads to the wooden floor and mumbled the prayer. Prabhupada then sat with his friends, eating the same prasadam as they, with the addition of a banana and a metal bowl full of hot milk. He would slice the banana by pushing it downward against the edge of the bowl, letting the slices fall into the hot milk. Prabhupada's open decree that everyone should eat as much prasadam as possible created a humorous mood and a family feeling. No one was allowed simply to sit picking at his food, nibbling politely. They ate with a gusto Swamiji almost insisted upon. If he saw someone not eating heartily, he would call the person's name and smilingly protest, "Why are you not eating? Take prasadam." And he would laugh. "When I was coming to your country on the boat," he said, "I thought, how will the Americans ever eat this food?" And as the boys pushed their plates forward for more, Keith would serve seconds, more rice, dal, chapatis, and sabji.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Sapan Kumar Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Mataji.
Yeah, you can read. Prabhuji.
After all, it was spiritual.
Yes, yes.
You were supposed to eat a lot. It would purify you. It would free you from Maya. Besides, it was good, delicious, spicy. This was better than American food. It was like chanting. It was far out. You got high from eating this food. They ate with the right hand, Indian style. Keith and Howard had already learned this and had even tasted similar dishes. But as they told the Swami and a room full of believers, the food in India had never been this good. One boy, Stanley, was quite young, and Prabhupada, almost like a doting father, watched him over as he ate. Stanley's mother had personally met Prabhupada and said that if only he took personal care of her son, she would allow him in the monastery. Prabhupada complied. He diligently encouraged the boy until Stanley gradually took on a voracious appetite and began consuming 10 chapatis at a sitting, and would have taken more had Swamiji had not told him to stop. But aside from Swamiji limiting Stanley to 10 chapatis, the word was always more, take more. When Prabhupada was finished, he would rise and leave the room. Keith would catch a good couple of volunteers to help him clean, and others would leave. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah, Lalit Mohan Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Occasionally, on a Sunday, Prabhupada himself would cook a feast with special Indian dishes. Steve, Swamiji personally cooked the prasadam and then served it to the upstairs in his front room. We all sat in rows, and I remember him walking up and down in between the rows of boys, passing before us with his bare feet and serving us with a spoon from different pots. He would ask, what did we want? Did we want more of this? And he would serve us with pleasure. These dishes were not ordinary, but sweets and savories, like sweet rice and kachoris, with special tastes. Even after we had all taken a full plate, he would come back and ask us to take more. Once he came up to me and asked what I would like more of. Would I like some more sweet rice? In my early misconception of spiritual life, I thought I should deny myself what I liked best. So I asked for some more plain rice. But even that plain rice was fancy yellow rice with a fried cheese balls. One off nights, his apartment was quiet. He might remain alone for the whole evening, typing and translating Srimad Bhagavatam on or talking in relaxed atmosphere to just one or two guests until 10. But on meeting nights, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, there was activity in every room of his apartment. He wasn't alone anymore. His new followers were helping him, and they shared his spirit of trying to get people to chant Hare Krishna and hear of Krishna consciousness. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Akinchan Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Akinchan Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji చదువుతారా?
చదువుతాను.
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
In the back room, he worked on this translation of the Bhagavatam or spoke with guests up until 6 when he would go to take his bath. Sometimes he would have to wait until the bathroom was free. He had introduced his young followers to the practice of taking 2 baths a day, and now he was sometimes inconvenienced by having to share his bathroom. After his bath, he would come into the front room where his assembled followers would sit around him. He would sit on a mat facing his picture of the Panchatattva, and after putting a few drops of water in the left palm from the small metal spoon and bowl, he would rub a lump of Vrindavan clay in the water, making a wet paste. He would then apply the clay marking of Vaishnava Tilak, dipping into the yellowish paste in his left hand with the ring finger of his right. He would scrape wet clay from his palm, and while looking into a small mirror which he held deftly between the thumb and his pinky of his left hand, he would mark a vertical clay strip up his forehead and then trim the clay into 2 parallel lines by placing a little finger of his right hand between his eyebrows and running it upward past the hairline, clearing a path in a still moist clay. Then he marked 11 other places on his body while the boys sat observing, sometimes asking questions or sometimes speaking their own understanding of Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Madhav Mataji, Hare Krishna. Raju Prabhuji, Sirisha Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
You can read, Prabhuji.
Prabhupada, my Guru Maharaj used to put on tilak without a mirror. Did it come out neat? Prabhupada, neat or not neat? That does not matter. Yes, it was also neat. Prabhupada would then silently recite the Gayatri Mantra, holding his Brahmana sacred thread, and looping it around in his right thumb. He would sit erect, silently moving his lips. His bare shoulders and arms were quite thin. He was his chest. Okay. ఒక్క నిమిషం మాతాజీ. ఒక్క నిమిషం చదవా. 1 minute మాతాజీ. I'll read after that.
Ask Mataji to read, Prabhuji, if you are.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Prabhupada would then silently recite the Gayatri mantra, holding his Brahmana's sacred thread and looping it around his right thumb. He would sit erect, silently moving his lips. His bare shoulders and arms were quite thin, as was his chest. But he had a round, slightly protruding belly. His complexion was as saintly smooth as a young boy's, except for his face, which bore sign of age. The movements of his hand were methodical, aristocratic, yet delicate. He picked up 2 brass bells in his left hand and began ringing them. Then, lighting 2 sticks of incense from the candle near the picture of Lord Chaitanya and his associates, he began waving the incense slowly in small circles before Lord Chaitanya. While still ringing the bell, he looked deeply at the picture and continued cutting spirals of fragrant smoke. All the while ringing the bells, none of the boy knew what he was doing, although he did it every evening. But it was a ceremony. It meant something. The boys began to call the ceremony bells.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. I'll read Mataji. Sorry Mataji.
No, you can read this one, and
Yeah.
lastly I will read. Yeah.
After bells, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, it would usually be time for the evening kirtana. Some of the devotees would already be downstairs, greeting guests and explaining about the Swami and the chanting. But without the Swami, nothing could begin. No one knew how to sing a drum, and no one dared think of leading mantra chanting without him. Only when he entered at 7 o'clock could they be begin. Freshly showered and dressed in his clean Indian hand-woven cloth, his arms and body decorated with the arrow-like Vaishnava markings, Prabhupada would leave his apartment and go downstairs to face another ecstatic opportunity to glorify Krishna. The tiny temple would be crowded with wild, unbrahmanical, candid young Americans. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. మాతాజీస్ ప్రభుజీస్ అది భక్తి శాస్త్రి ఎగ్జామ్ అయిపోయిందా మాతాజీస్?
అయిపోయింది మాతాజీ.
అయిపోయిందా ప్రభుజీ?
అయిపోయింది.
సో లలిత్ మోహన్ ప్రభుజీ ఏం చేద్దాం ఇవాళ? లైక్
నేను చదవలేదు మాతాజీ.
చదువుతారు ప్రభుజీ. ఒక 1 second సో దట్ వి కెన్ కంటిన్యూ. ఒకసారి అడిగి
మీ ఇష్టం మాతాజీ. మనం అప్పుడెప్పుడో శివరాత్రి రోజు ఒకటి మొదలు పెట్టినాము. అది నెక్స్ట్
రుద్రగీత మధ్యలో ఉంది
రుద్రగీత చదువుతాము. బట్ టుమారో వి విల్ స్టార్ట్ ప్రభుజీ. ఇస్ ఇట్ ఓకే?
యా, నెవర్ మైండ్ మాతాజీ. వి హావ్ లైఫ్ టైం మాతాజీ. దిస్ లైఫ్ టైం.
థాంక్యూ.
నో, ఐఎమ్ సీరియస్ మాతాజీ. మా ఇంత తొందరపడకల స్లోగా వెళ్దాం.
yes ప్రభుజీ. యా చంద్రమౌళి ప్రభుజీ. హరే కృష్ణ.
హరే కృష్ణ మాతాజీ. Yeah.
1 second. Yeah, you can read Prabhuji.
But Don was a test of
Prabhuji exam.
Test Mataji ban chesi.
Yeah. Okay Prabhuji. Carry on.
Don was a test of Swamiji's tolerance. He had lived in the storefront for months, working little and not trying to change his habits. He had a remarkable speech affectation. Instead of talking, he enunciated his words as if he were reciting them from a book, and he never used contractions.
It wasn't that he was intellectual, just that somehow he had developed a plan to abolish his natural dialect. Don's speech struck people in Bijair like it might be the result of too many drugs. It gave him the air of being not an ordinary being, and he continuously took marijuana even after Swamiji had asked those who lived with him not to. Sometimes during the day, his girlfriend would join him in the storefront, and they would sit together, talking intimately and sometimes kissing. But he liked the Swami. He even gave some money once. He liked living in the storefront, and Swamiji did not complain. But others did. One day, interested newcomer dropped by the storefront and found Don alone, surrounded by the sharp aroma of marijuana. You have a smoking pot, but the Swamiji doesn't want anyone smoking here. Don denied it. I have not been smoking. You are not speaking the truth. The boy then reached in Don's shirt pocket and pulled out a joint, and Don hit him in the face. Several of the boys found out. They weren't sure what was right. What would the Swamiji do? What do you do if someone smokes pot? Even though a devotee was not supposed to do, could it be allowed sometimes? They put the matter before Swamiji. Prabhupada took it very seriously, and he was upset, especially about the violence. He hit you? He asked the boy. Um, he hit you, he asked the boy. I will go down myself and kick him in the head. But then Prabhupada thought about it and it said and about it and said that Don should be asked to leave. But Don had already left. The next morning during Swamiji's class, Don appeared at the front door. From his dais, Swamiji looked out at Don with great concern. But his first concern was for ISKCON. Ask him. Prabhupada requested Baroy, who sat nearby. If he has marijuana, then he cannot come in. Our society. Prabhupada was like an anxious father, afraid for the life of his infant ISKCON. Roy went to the door and told Don he would have to give up his drugs if he entered, and Don walked away. Raphael was not interested in spiritual discipline. He was a tall young man with long, straight brown hair who, like Don, tried to stay aloof and casual towards Swamiji. When Prabhupada introduced Japa and encouraged the boys to chant during the day, um, Raphael did not go for it. He said he liked a good kirtana, but he wouldn't chant on beats.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. One day, Swamiji was locked out of his apartment and the boys had to break the lock. Swamiji asked Raphael to replace it. Days went by. Raphael could sit in the storefront reading Rimbaud. He could wander around town, but he couldn't find time to fix the lock. One evening, he dropped by Swamiji's apartment, opened the lockless door, and made his way to the back room, where some boys were sitting, listening to Swamiji speak informally about Krishna consciousness. Suddenly, Raphael spoke up, expressing his doubts and revealing his distracted mind. As for me, he said, I don't know what's happening. I don't know whether a brass band is playing or what the heck is going on. Some of the devotees tensed. He had interrupted their devotional mood. Raphael is very candid, Swamiji replied, smiling, as if to explain his son's behavior to the others. Raphael finally fixed the lock, but one day after a lecture, he approached the Swami, stood beside the dais, and spoke up. Exasperated, impatient. I am not meant to sit in a temple and chant and beats. My father was a boxer. I am meant to run on the beach and breathe a big breaths of air. Ravel went on, gesticulating and voicing his familiar complaints. things he would rather do than to take up Krishna consciousness. Suddenly, Prabhupada interrupted him in a loud voice. Then do it. Raphael shrank away, but he stayed. Bill Epstein took pride in his relationship with the Swami. It was honest. Although he helped the Swami by telling people about him and sending them up to see him in his apartment, he felt the Swami knew he had never become a serious follower. Nor did Bill ever mislead himself into thinking he would ever be serious. But Prabhupada was not content with Bill's take it or leave it attitude. When Bill would finally show up at the storefront, again for spending some days at a friend's place, only to fall asleep with a blanket wrapped around his head during the lecture, Prabhupada would just start shouting so loud that Bill couldn't sleep. Sometimes Bill would ask a challenging question and Prabhupada would answer and then say, "Are you satisfied?" The Bill would look up dreamily and answer, "No." When Prabhupada would answer it again more fully and say louder, "Are you satisfied?" Then again Bill would say no. This would go on until Bill would have to give it and say, yes, I'm satisfied. But Bill was the first person to get up and dance during Kirtana in the storefront. Some of the other boys thought he looked like he was dancing in an egotistical, narcissistic way, even though his arms were outstretched in a facsimile of the pictures of Lord Chaitanya. But then Swamiji saw Bill dancing like that. He looked at Bill with wide open eyes and feelingly expressed appreciation. Bill is dancing just like Lord Chaitanya. Yeah, we will end it here, Prabhuji. Yeah, so tomorrow we'll continue. Yeah, thank you, Prabhujis and Matajis, for today's reading call and this Prabhupada Lilamrita reading call. Thank you. Vancha kalpataripyasya kripa sindhupya patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti Vaishnav Vrindi ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita ki jai. His Prabhuji, ఇప్పుడు డివైన్ గ్రేస్ అనొచ్చా?
No, Mataji. His Holiness. No.
His Holiness. Okay. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.